Welcome viewers. This is Machuka TV talk show where we analyze socio political and economic issues and governance of our state. Today I will continue on focusing on the issues that are surrounding our country today. And of course, it's about 2 weeks that we have seen demonstrations all over the Republic of Kenya. And the demonstrations appears to be reducing in nature, unlike they were during the budget presentation, that is during the financial bill presentation in the parliament. Today we want us to focus on the conflict between William Ruto and his deputy president as being a factor which has enabled the strength of the demonstrations to go down. In other way, the differences between Gachagua have been a success in reducing the demonstrations or the strength of the demonstrations. I will demonstrate reasons as to why this conflict has made these demonstrations to go in that nature. Kindly, if you are watching this video for the first time, or if you have not subscribe so that whenever we produce another video, YouTube will automatically notify you. And for our subscribers, thank you so much, and kindly continue sharing, watching, and even giving some comments on the comment section. Back to our topic, in which we want to critically look why did these demonstrations at the beginning appear so strong and now they have reduced in a great deal, and what will be the implications of this? Initially, maybe the story begins from the time we all focused to Mount Kenya politics, and when the people of the Mount Kenya region had the Limuru 3 conference. During this time, these people went there with one common enemy, and the common enemy was the Kenya Kwanza, or the UDA fraternity, whereby Gachagua was one of them. However, before the meeting, or before the conference, Gachagua had to counter the conference by declaring that he supports one man, one vote, one shilling. Something that he knew resonates so well with the people of Mount Kenya, and something he knew that was going to dominate the Limuru 3 conference. As such, when these individuals, Kuna Martha Karua, Jeremiah Kion, among others, went there, already what they had in the bag for the people of Mount Kenya had been co-opted by this Rigathi Gachagua. So, what next? Rigathi Gachagua also disappeared for 1 week. He emerged arguing that he has been fasting for 1 week, and that since then he did not, or he does not want to interfere with affairs of a brother or a sister. In addition, Rigathi Gachagua went further and advocated for unity of the Mount Kenya region. And this brought him closer to the people, closer than he was before the Limuru 3. Why this is significant is that initially the people had been totally against him. They didn't want to see him. Even when they went with the president some times back, they were being heckled. Since then, and when a few individuals from the Kenya Kwanza government started discriminating him, the people of his home background decided to own him once again. And initially, if for those who are following our talks, Machuka Nyarieko TV talks, there is a discussion that we made whereby we said that the relationship between Mount Kenya and the Ruto regime was at stake, and that the budget, the finance bill, was to be a divorce letter, because they all feared the content of the divorce, I mean of the finance bill. In this, Rigathi Gachagua's mouthpiece, who is the governor for Nyeri, went ahead and said that they don't support the finance bill. And I did argue or opine in this platform that when this man talks, when the Nyeri governor speaks, that is Rigathi Gachagua speaking. In other words, Rigathi Gachagua was not in for this bill because his background was totally against it, and he normally says that he is a person who listens to the ground and nowhere else. So he listened, and then his mouthpiece disclosed that Gachagua doesn't support this finance bill. Now, after having this crowd, after regaining back his home energy, that is the Mount Kenya, he was now able to move all over Mount Kenya to preach for peace. Something I don't know whether it was God given. Now, how did this help to reduce the strength of the revolution, as we can see? The first day, people from even Mount Kenya participated. When they participated, they went to Nyeri governor and they were addressed, and all over Mount Kenya there were demonstrations. But when the president agreed to reject it in totality, again, Rigathi Gachagua appeared on television saying that this bill has been rejected and that the president was not properly advised on this bill by his people. And this one also made the people from the region to also own the words, the information, because they felt, everyone feels that there is some misadvising to the president. So the Rigathi Gachagua now told Kenyans, he spoke to Kenyans, now my children, my sons, because the president has agreed that we will have a conversation, kindly don't do any further demonstration. Something that was responded so well, and to be more specific, in the entire Mount Kenya region. That means he is now already controlling Mount Kenya, which he had lost, and the people of Mount Kenya are listening to him. Even today, I've hardly seen any meaningful demonstrations in Mount Kenya. When this group, the Gen Z, including those of Mount Kenya, participated in this demonstration, it was very chaotic, because you see, Nairobi is the center, is the epicenter of national or state offices, and is where, if the demonstrations have got to happen, they should be so serious so that they can influence these individuals who don't want to hear. So, and the people who are very close to Nairobi come from Mount Kenya. So when they draw back, it means that the strength of these demonstrations went down. Even today you can see they have simply gone down. So in one way, we can say the conflict between him and his boss has promoted peace, or has reduced the issues of doing otherwise to the government of the Republic of Kenya. And that's why I earlier on said that, because this man, the number 2 man, who is Rigathi Gachagua, to an extent resonates so well to these people, because he was also not in for that finance bill, and that's my opinion. And of Kaiga, of the Nyeri governor, and what Kaiga says, that is the stand of Rigathi Gachagua. So these young people will listen to him. Gachagua can easily bring to an end these issues of demonstrations, because he wants to be told the truth, and the truth of what is happening. He can listen to them, as we said earlier, and peace will prevail in our country. So that is basically one way in which conflict within the top leaders has enabled or has added drive to Kenya Kwanza government. Otherwise, from the strength in which this Gen Z movement had come up with, the Kenya Kwanza government will not have survived if it continued the same. And this will also provide or gives some kind of a warning to this other group of the Gen Z to ensure that they get to the table so fast, because if they keep on delaying, people will lose the energy, and this will provide some time, ample time for the government to start investigating some of them. So it is my wish that these young people get to the table immediately and dominate, not to be dominated, and dominate the table with the wonderful ideas that they have. Thank you. This is Machuka Nyarieko. Let's meet in our subsequent episodes. Thank you.